Hi everyone, this is Dan Mumm with Huntington and Ellis here with your weekly market update for the Vegas real estate market. Some pretty big changes in the last week. For the last 2 weeks, really, we've seen a very new trend of over 900 homes selling per week. So in the last 7 days, we saw a total of 869 homes come on the market and 980 which sold. Quite a big number compared to what we've seen really the last year and a half. This is by far the most amount of homes that we've seen selling in a 7-day period. Our total inventory back down to 1.2 months of inventory. That's also the smallest amount of inventory as far as that measure goes in the last year and a half. And so our total inventory right now is about 4,700 homes for sale. What's the reason for the big jump? It's kind of hard to say. It seems like the fact that rates are staying a little bit lower than what they've been and then still trending down slightly is increasing consumer confidence. One thing though that I really wanted to address in today's video is that mortgage rates are not the same as the Fed's fund rate. This is a very, very big misconception that I hear from clients all the time. They hear in the news that the Feds are going to cut rates 3 times this year. And what people think in their brain is that means that mortgage rates are going to come down 3 times this year. I've actually heard my clients say that to me in some cases. Yeah, I know mortgage rates are coming down 3 times this year. That's not the way that it works. So when the Feds announce these rate cuts, all of that benefit to you as either a buyer or seller is already baked into the current mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are really the market's response to Fed rates. So it's all based on speculation. For example, if you had a pharmaceutical company that announced it had a cure to cancer, the value would increase dramatically right away. It wouldn't need to wait until the drug was released. Just the announcement, the speculation, the news is what drives the value. Same thing in real estate, where as soon as that news from the Fed comes out, even just anticipating the news drives the mortgage rates. It's not the Fed's actually doing the rate cuts. That's already baked in. The investors have already factored that into the current rates, the current pricing. So when the Feds announce that rates will be cut 3 times, as soon as that announcement happens, the rates adjust and reflect accordingly. You see it happen basically instantly. So what will change mortgage rates is if the news changes. As soon as the news changes, you'll see the change in the mortgage rates. But just the fact that they're planning to reduce them 3 times this year doesn't mean that mortgage rates will drop 3 times. It's possible that that might happen if the news continues to get better and better. For example, if the Fed continues to announce that inflation is improving, we're doing better than we thought, then you'll see the mortgage rates continue to come down. However, if they state that the inflation is getting worse or staying the same, you'll see the rates stay the same or possibly increase a little bit. So that's a really important distinction, that mortgage rates and the Fed rate are 2 very different things. There's no guarantees that rates will continue to come down. In fact, if I were to guess, we would assume that it's probably going to stay about the same for the rest of the year because we've already gotten the benefit of seeing the Fed state that the inflation has gotten a little bit better. Hopefully that's not the case. Of course, we all hope that rates continue to come down, but the most likely outcome right now is that they're probably going to stay the same until there's some dramatic change in the news regarding the way inflation is going. Mortgage rates probably aren't going to continue to adjust or change that much. If you have any questions on that, of course, please let me know, and I will talk to you next week.